Welcome geniuses, I'm Genie, your best buddy for A-levels. In this channel, we'll bring you to explore the secret formula behind success.
Hi, let's continue with representation of data. Today's subtopic is summarized data. To find the mean and standard deviation of a set of ungrouped data, the formula are given as follows. We use small letter x bar to represent the mean. Sigma x is to find the sum of the data. The small letter n is the sample size. Standard deviations, we can see there are two formulas here. We will use them later, right? Why do we find the mean? The mean is the average of the data. So we are looking for the average when we look for the mean. Okay, standard deviations measures how far each data is from the mean. Okay, it is the square root of the variance. That means if we are looking for the variance, we do not have the square root. Let's see the example 1 here. Find the mean and standard deviations of 2, 3, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Okay, so first thing, we try to find out the sigma x. And it means that we sum up the data, right? So it means we are taking 2 plus 3 and so on. Right? Then the total is given as 35. And we can count the sample size is 7. There are 7 data here. So hence, using the formula to find the mean is given as sigma x divided by n. And we have the total, which is 35, and divided by 7. Then the mean will be 5. So the mean of these 7 values here, the 7 data here, is 5. Now, in order to find out the standard deviations, let's say first I label out the data here, x, there are 2, 3, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So according to the formula, okay, I write down the formula, the top here, standard deviation equals to right. Let's say we use this formula. So in order to use this formula, what do we need to get? We need to find out the x minus x bar square, right? Then we sum them up. So let's see, we work out one by one. So what does it mean by x minus x bar? From the previous working, we found the x bar to be 5. So we take every single data minus the 5, the mean. So 2 minus 5 is negative 3. So negative 2, this one also negative 2, 0. 6 minus 5 is 1, 2, and 4. Correct? Now, what are we trying to do? We try to find x minus x bar and square it. So we take this square. Right? Then we are able to find out the sigma of x minus x bar square. Sigma means we are looking for the sum. So -3 square is 9, and -2 square is a 4, and so on. And hence we get the value is going to be 38. Okay, then we are able to find out the standard deviations. So using the formula given here, so summations of x minus x bar square is found 38, and then the sample size is 7, right? Using calculator, we will get the answer to be 2.33. So we round off to 3 significant figures. All right, so you see, when we are finding the standard deviation, as explained it previously, is the how far each data is from the mean. So we are looking for the spread of each data from the mean. All right, that is why we try to find out the every single data minus the mean, and we see the -3, -2, and so on. So we are trying to find out the spread, but we do not want the negative, right? We just need the spread. That is the reasons why we square each value and we sum them up to get to here. And that is how we calculate out the standard deviations. Alternatively, we can use the second formula to find out the standard deviations. Let me write down the formula here. Sigma x squared divided by n minus x bar squared. All right. Okay, now we try to find out sigma x squared. And what does it mean? It means that all the 7 data here, every single data need to square, then we sum them up like this. All right, so using calculator, we can get to the value to be 213. And then we can find out the standard deviations. So sigma x squared is given as 213, and there are 7 data. And the mean we have found previously equals to 5. Right? So use calculator and find out the value is to be 2.33, round off to 3 significant. Okay, so that is how we find out the mean and standard deviations using the formula here. So in exam questions, when you are given the informations, most likely you will be given the info of this sigma x and the sigma x squared. Sometimes you will be given the information about this. Then you will choose the formula accordingly to find out the standard deviations. Right? So let's see the next example here. A machine is supposed to cut lengths of rod 50 cm long. A sample of 5 rods gave the following results for the length in x cm. All right, so that is what I mean. You are given the informations of summation x and the summation x squared, or I call it the sigma x squared, right? So it's a sum of there is a sample of 5 rods, so there is a sum of 5 rods length. Okay, to calculate out the mean. So use small letter x bar to represent the mean, and the formula is sigma x divided by n. Then value given is 251, and there is a sample of 5 rods, so divided by 5. Okay, so we calculate out, we get 50.2. So now we try to find the variance of the rod. So as I mentioned previously, the variance is without the square root. Okay, so if we are trying to find standard deviations is equals to square root the variance. So since we are looking for the variance now, we do not have to square root it. That is why the variance will look like this. Right? So with the info given, 12640.62 divided by 5, and the mean found in part A, 50.2. Okay, then use calculator, we will be able to calculate out the variance. So this information given are the summarized data. Right? It helps us to find out the mean and the variance or standard deviations. So now we look at the past year questions here. So this is the question from October, November 2004, and the question 4. So the ages X years of 18 people attending an evening class are summarized by the following totals. So you can see here, so these are the summarized info, summarized data, and the sample size is 18 people. Okay, answering part 1. Calculate the mean and standard deviations of the ages of this group of people. So again, we just have to use the formula. Right. The sigma x given 745. And then the sample is 18. And we use calculator, we get the value to be 41.4, right? Round up to 3 significant figures. And we can calculate out the standard deviations. Right, I write down the formula. Then we put in the value one by one. So sigma x squared is given as 33951. Then divided by 18. Okay, minus out the mean, right? So the mean, 41.4 is a round off figure. Hence, it would be better if we take the exact value, 745 divided by the 18 as the mean. And because we are looking for the standard deviation, so we square root it. Okay, so we use calculator and calculate out the value to be 13.2. All right, so that is the mean and standard deviations for this group of 18 people. Okay, now we are looking at part 2. One person leaves the group and the mean age of the remaining 17 people is exactly 41 years. Okay, this information given here is, let's say I put it in new mean, new x bar is equals to 41 years, and because there are only 17 people left, so n is 17 now. Okay, find the age of the person who left Okay, one thing. And then we have to find out the standard deviation of the ages of the remaining 17 people. So that will be the second thing we need to determine. Okay, in order to find the age of the person who left. So what we need to do is to find this. Okay, we are using the mean formula here. And now we sub in the new mean given by the part 2. So that we will be able to determine the sigma x of the 17 people. So calculate this. All right, 697 is the total ages of these 17 people. So now we are looking for the person who left. So the age of this person, we will take the original 18 people total ages. The sigma x, 745 for 18 people. Then we minus off the total ages of these 17 people. That is how we can determine the age of the person who left. And we managed to get 48 years. All right, then by now we will be able to determine the person who left is 48 years. And to continue finding the standard deviations, we need to find out the new sigma x squared. All right, how do we get the new sigma x squared? So from the original sigma x squared, 33951. Then we minus off the person age who left is 48 years and then need to be squared. Remember, in the example, in order to find sigma x squared, we square every single data and then we sum them up. So since we are looking for the new sigma x squared here, we take the original 18 persons sigma x squared, then we minus off the age of the person who left squared. All right, then we will get to the new sigma x squared to be 31647. Okay, with these informations found, we can continue to find out the new standard deviations. Okay, so sigma x squared for the remaining 17 people, then divided by 17 of them, and then minus the mean. So don't take the wrong mean. This is the mean of the 17 people, so it's given by 41 and square it. And now we will be able to get the new standard deviation of these 17 people. Using calculator, the answer is 13.4, round up to 3 significant figures. All right. Okay, this is the questions from May, June 2014, variant 6.3, and also question 4. So please try out these questions and put your answers in the comment down below. Do subscribe to the channel and like the video. That's all for this. Bye-bye.
That's all for today's video. If you're interested in more genuine sharing by other geniuses, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to turn on the notification bell, ding dong. Also, if you're struggling with 1 or 2 past year questions and the mark scheme just doesn't seem to help, Genie has got you covered. Feel free to let us know what question it is by filling in the Google form linked in the description below. GenieUs Hub will get genius teachers to fulfill your request for the solution. Genie will see you next time. Bye-bye.